Does Christopher Nolan's next film, The Odyssey, have the best film cast of all time? The cast is getting pretty insane, pretty ginormous at this point, no pun intended. Himesh Patel just joined, I'm also reading off. We got Tom Holland, we got Zendaya, Anne Hathaway, Matt Damon, John Berthal, Benny Safdie, Charlize Theron, Lupita Nyong'o, John Leguizamo, Elliot Page, and Robert Pattinson. I did a quick Google search because I was like, let's see if this isn't the movie. Let's see what online says is the best movie cast of all time. Believe it or not, they threw out Shark Tale was a serious option, but granted, on paper, Renee Zellweger, Angelina Jolie, Jack Black, Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese, obviously Will Smith. That's a good cast. That's a good cast. I'll give him that. Christina Aguilera. Okay. Not better than this one, though. Lord of the Rings. Yes, but like not as far as like the level of fame going into that movie. A lot of those people weren't famous going into that film, really. So I don't really, great cast talent-wise, but different situation. Moving on, Devil All the Time. That one's pretty good. Shout out to Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson again. Ocean's 12. That's a good one. That's a good one, dude. That Ocean's, the whole franchise. Great cast, dude. That's a contender. Still, I don't think, though, as big as this. The Outsiders, different. Harry Potter, yeah, I mean, it's not kind of the same. Pulp Fiction, that's a great one. That's a great choice. But it still is different because, like I said, they didn't have the star power going into Pulp Fiction. Travolta was notoriously kind of on a, a downward slope at that point before this movie brought him back. Sam Jackson, talented, sure, not the Sam Jackson that we know right now. Where if we look at this list for the Odyssey, a lot of these actors, you could put the talent of them up with like, a Pulp Fiction and say, oh, well, pound for pound, which is more talented? They're probably pretty equal, but a lot of these people are coming in like at their prime, at their peak level of fame and relevancy. Tom Holland is in that category, Zendaya is in that category, Robert Pattinson, that's pretty crazy, dude. And then me saying that, like, oh, prime, even all those other people have still put in consistent work to show how good they have been in the last few years. John Leguizamo, Benny Safdie, these are not actors to be slept on. John Berthal, one of the most underrated, criminally underrated actors working right now. But if we are going to talk about the actual casting and things like that, this is where we get into a little bit of a, theoretical, hypothetical situation, because I think a big part of this comes down to how much are these people going to be involved. Because if we're just going like they show their face in the movie, if we're considering that as like what makes the greatest cast of all time, hell, dude, throw it to like Weatherman 2. Everyone's in that movie. Like when all the other news crews come in, that's a freaking insane lineup there. It'd probably be something like that. Something like, Avengers Infinity War, which also, why does this list not have that on there? Like Endgame? Let's talk about the actors there. Again, it's different because as far as like prime relevancy and stuff like that, I would say a lot of the actors there weren't, like where some of these actors are, but still, talent for talent, I might even give it to an Endgame, right? Because like, yeah, all of these actors are great, but let's think of the people that put in good performances in, I'll say Infinity War, because I think that is like the more meatier thing. I would say Josh Brolin puts in an insane performance, of course. So is Zoe Saldana, Robert Downey Jr., Tom Holland, Chris Pratt, Wanda and Vision, Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen. Like that's 7 alone. And for this movie, we'll see, if it's like just Odyssey and you got freaking John Berthal playing the troll that's gonna jack up Odysseus. How much is he gonna be in this movie? We'll see. We're yet to figure it out. It is amazing that Christopher Nolan was able to grab all these people, and the craziest thing is he's still adding to it. It's not like all these people were all announced, a few months ago. Elliot Page and Himesh Patel are people who have been added in like the last few days, so we'll see what happens next. Maybe he'll throw in, De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio and freaking my grandma into this thing, throwing everyone in this movie. Everyone's getting a role. It also speaks volume to the sheer amount of respect that people have in this industry for Christopher Nolan, to where they're like, yeah, dude, I'm in, dude. I don't care what it is, I'm in. A level of respect he has definitely earned throughout making some of the most relevant and just impactful culturally significant films of the last few decades. It's amazing. This is by far my most anticipated movie of whatever year it comes out. I don't care what else comes out. Not much is really competing with this. Maybe that next Tarantino film, but again, dude, he'd have to announce a cast like this to get me this excited. It is going to be insane, dude. Holy crap. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you want more updates on the Odyssey and things like that, I got you. I'll keep you in the loop. I'll keep you involved. Hit subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. New videos pretty much every single day.